Sadashiva Samarambham Śaṅkarāchārya Madhyamam Asmadācārya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Tapobhihi Kshina Papanam Shantanam Vitaraginam Mumukshunam Apekshayoyam Atmabodho Vidhiyate. So we are looking at the 45th Sloka. The context here is Jivan Mukti Avastha. What happens, how is the Aikyam understood between Jivatma and Paramatma? So Sthanau Purushavad Bhrantya Krita Brahmani Jivata Jivasya Tatvike Rupe Tasmin Drishte Nivartate. Sthanau, just as how in a pillar we think it is a man who is standing, in the same way on Parabrahman Jivata, the Jiva Bhava is being superimposed, and the moment we understand that the Jiva Bhava is only Kalpitam, the true nature of Jiva is actually Brahman, then Tasmin Drishte, when the Brahman is understood, Nivartate, this Jiva Tattvam goes away, and it is only Atman which is shining forth from all this. Okay, so Jnana Swarupaha. Nanu Jivatva Brahme Nashte Api Na Samsaraha Nashyati. I think we start with the 46th, right? Yeah. Tvam aham mama ityadi samsarasya darshanat iti ashankya aha. Jivatva Brahme Nashte. See, Jivata is gone, then the samsara is not destroyed in front of us. The bhavam that I am Jiva, aham mama iti bhavaha, that is not there, but at the same time the samsara is not destroyed, because the samsara, in a way we have to accept creation. So because of the creation and karma and prarabdha karma, the samsara still bhasate, it is in front of us, so that does not get destroyed. Then how would we interact with the samsara? How does that work? Tattvaswarupa anubhavat utpannam jnanam anjasa aham mama iti cha ajnanam badhate digbhrhamadivat. Tattvaswarupa anubhavat utpannam jnanam. The jnanam, knowledge that has come about because of anubhava, when we experience that everything is Brahman. This is not the true nature, neti neti. We keep negating things. And always at every point there is this continuous thought that I am Brahman, aham brahmaiva iti anusandhanat. So tattva swarupam here is brahma swarupam, and tasya anubhavat, by experiencing that brahma swarupa. In what manner is that experience? Sarvada sarvamidam ahancha brahmaiva iti anusandhanat. Anusandhanam nama, you are continuously repeating the same thing and you are in that consciousness. It is not just theory knowledge. It is not memorizing multiplication tables. It's not that. You, in practice also, you are able to see it. You are able to experience it. Right? So, sarvada, at all times, sarvamidam ahamcha Brahmaiva. It is only Brahman which is there. Iti anusandhanat. By doing that constant thinking, utpannam sanjatam jnanam, there is a jnanam, knowledge that comes about. What is that jnanam? Advaita Brahmatma Aikya Sakshatkara. Brahma Atma Aikya Sakshatkara. So Advitiya, there is no second object. Only Brahman is there. Then what is this Jiva? The true nature of Jiva is Atman. This Atma is the same as Brahman. So there is an Aikyam between the two of them. And you have that immediate experience of this Aikyam. Sakshatkara Rupa. Anjasa, immediately, because of that Jnanam, what happens? This Jnanam becomes the Kartru. See this Padam, it says that the Jnanam is the remover of Ajnanam. I don't remove Ajnanam. The Brahman does not remove the Ajnanam. It is the knowledge, Akhandakara Jnanam. So it is the Jnanam, knowledge, which tells us that Brahman and Atma are one. That is called the Akhandakara Jnanam. So this Jnanam comes about continuously experiencing the Tattva Swarupa. That Jnanam becomes the Karta. So Kartru here is in Napunsakalingam. That is why he says kartru. So kartru, this is the karta. Anjasa, immediately, quickly. Ajnanam aham mama samsaram cha aham mama iti cha ajnanam badhate. Badhate, it negates the ajnanam, the ignorance in the form of I, my, etc. So the association that we have with the body and mama, the association which we have with the jagat, these are all negated the moment we have this jnanam. Sorry, the moment we have this knowledge. He gives an example like previous slokas, digbhrhamadivat. It makes more sense to read ayam abhiprayaha from here. He explains what this digbhrama is. Dikna, it is directions, and bhrama is an illusion with respect to what is the correct direction. So digbhramadi. Nakta andhakara vashat. Naktam andhakara. Naktam is ratri, andhakara, darkness. Tad vashat. Because of the darkness during night, we don't know how to go. Samprapta digbhramam. The directions are completely confusing here. We don't know. For some people, even during the day, it is not there. That is different. At least here, he is giving us some excuse that there is night. And because of that night, the darkness because of the night, it gives us a confusion with respect to direction. So, samprapta digbhramam, santyakta rajamargam, we leave the main path and go into some forest. We forget the Rajamarga. Rajamarga is usually the path that is taken by everybody to go to the capital, to go to the goal. Tatra tatra paribhramantam, we keep roaming here and there. Kantakadi janita dukkham anubhuyamanam, we experience dukkham, suffering, because we are not going in the regular trodden paths, but we take a new path where there could be thorns, there could be other reptiles, worms that keep bugs that torture us. So it gives us difficulty. Anubhuyamanam. Kanchit pathikam. There is a traveler who has left the main path and he has gone into a different path here. Yatha suryodaya sanjataha tejaha. Sanjatam tejaha. When there is, it can't be sanjataha, it should be sanjatam tejaha. So when there is a light that comes about because of sunrise, then what happens? Ratri andhakara digbramadi nivarana purvakam akantaka maharaja margenaiva yojayati tatha swa ajnana vashat. So what happens in the upamana sthalam? Let's just look at the upamana sthalam where the person, a traveler, he has left the main path because it is night. He doesn't know what is the main path. He has slowly gone away, strayed away. There are too many difficulties that is causing him sorrow. So he decides to wait for some time. And then after some time the sun rises. When the sun rises, he realizes that the Rajamarga is a little distance away and he has come far. So he traces his way back and goes into the Rajamarga. He realizes this is the original path. Ratri, so Suryodaya Sanjata Tejaha, the light that comes from Suryodaya, from the rise of the sun. Ratri Andhakara Digbramadi Nivarana Purvakam, by removing that confusion with respect to directions. Because of night, during night you don't know which way to go, you don't know east, you don't know west. It's easier with the sun in the sky rather than try to find directions with the stars. Right? So, Digbramadi Nivarana Purvakam. Now that the sun has arisen, you don't have the confusion of the directions. Akantaka Maharaja Margenaiva Yojayati. So, the Tejas, the light, makes the Pathika, makes the traveler join the original path. In the same way, Jnanam takes us, removes that Ajnanam and joins us with Brahman. So, Tatha, in the same manner, Swa Ajnana Vashat Samprapta Aham Mamadi Brahmam. We have an ignorance, hence we have this association with body and Jagat and say I, my, etc. So this is a confusion that has arisen. We don't know which is east, west. In the same way, we don't know which is I here. So, Ajnana Vashat, because of our ignorance, Santyakta Brahma Margaha, we leave the path towards Brahman and we keep moving here and there, roaming here and there. Atra Paratra Cha Paribhramantam, Trividha Karma Phalam. There are three types of karma phala that we enjoy. Ishta, Anishta and Mishra Rupam. The karma phalam can be Ishtam, that which we desire, Anishtam, that which we don't desire, or it can be Ishtam and Anishtam, a mixture of both. Can also be there. So this sort of a karma phalam we enjoy. Yenam mumukshum sadguru shushrusha vedanta shravana mananadi anushtana samutpannam vijnanam Ajnana ahankara mamakaradi nivarana purvakam abhaya parabrahma margenaiva yojayati. So jnanam connects this person, this mumukshu who wants moksha. If you say, no, I want to go only in the wrong path. I don't want to go in the main path. I want to discover my own path. Okay, fine, go on. Then no problem. This Vedantam is not for such a person. This Vedanta is for a person who wants moksha. So, mukshum enam, who is suffering because he doesn't know the right path here. He has strayed away from the Brahma Marga. Actually, in Bhagavatam, I think in Kapilopakyanam, when he talks about the process that jiva goes through in the Garbhavastha, it has the knowledge. It has the knowledge of all of its Purva Janma. And it goes through a process of I don't want another janma again. So and it surrenders itself to Parabrahman and says I don't want any of this. But then the moment it comes out, it is still at that nascent stage, but it strays away from that Brahma Marga and goes into the path of the world because of outside influences that keep pushing it away from the Brahma Marga. So, Ishta, Anishta, Mishra Rupam, Anubhuyamanam. It starts experiencing Karma Phala. So, Mumukshum, Sadguru Shishrusha Vedanta Shravana Mananadi, Vijnanam that comes out of the advice that the Sadguru gives, having served the Guru, and then you listen to the advices of the Guru, Mananam, Shravanam, Mananam, Anushtanam, you follow that, and then what happens? That Vijnanam removes this Ajnana and puts us back into the path of Parabrahman. So, Parabrahma Margenaiva Yojayati. Right? So, Tattva Swarupa Anubhavat Utpannam Jnanam. Jnanam becomes the doer here. So, the knowledge that arises out of experiencing the true nature immediately removes, negates, badhate. The Jnanam negates the Ajnanam. The knowledge removes the ignorance in the form of Aham Mama. Just like how Digbhramaadivat. But for this Digbhrama, we have to go through this story. Otherwise, we won't understand that, the confusion of directions. No? So, Tattvaswarupa Anubhavat Utpannam Jnanam Anjasa Aham Mameti Cha Ajnanam Badhate Digbhramaadivat. Okay. Deha Abhimane Galite Vijnane Paramatmani Yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra samadhayaha iti vachanadeva samyak vijnanena aham mama ityadi abhimane nashte sati yogi samyak jnana chakshusha drishyada jatam sarvam atmani eva abhedena pashyati. Now once this jnanam takes us back into the Parabrahma Margam, how do we view that other path? The thorn-filled, the other path. How does a yogi look at that? He looks at everything as part of this. So, Samyak Vijnanaman Yogi. A yogi who has a knowledge here, Samyak Jnanam. He has that true knowledge. Because Deha Abhimane Galite, when the Deha Abhimanam is gone, the Abhimana here refers to the association with the body. That this is my body, I reside in my body. So I experience all of these things. Tat Deha Abhimanam. That is gone. Galite. Vijnane Paramatmani. In Paramatma, what happens is Yatra Yatra Manoyati Tatra Tatra Samadhayaha. Wherever the mind goes, it wherever he goes, he just gets into samadhi state at that moment. Vachanad evam samyak vijnanena. So this is, see, it doesn't distract him, no matter what object it is. Any object, wherever his mind goes, he sees the true nature behind that object. So that he can easily attain samadhi even with that object. Because he does not look at the form and nama rupa na pashyati. He doesn't look at the form and name of the object. Instead, he looks at the tattvam behind the object. So he is able to immediately use that vijnanam, that vishesha jnanam, special knowledge that he has, and aham mama iti abhimane nashte sati. That abhimanam, the knowledge of aham mama is gone, and a yogi samyak jnana chakshusha drishya jatam, everything that is seen in front of him, atmani eva abhedena pashyati. He is able to look at all of these objects in himself, which is in the atma, in the paramatman, as non-different. They are all the same, tattvataha. Samyak vijnanavan yogi swatmanyeva akhilam sthitam ekancha sarvamatmanam ikshate jnana chakshusha. So jnanam becomes the chakshus, eye for him. It is, knowledge becomes the eye for him. It is not his actual indriya that functions as an eye for him. It is knowledge which starts functioning as an eye. So samyak vijnanavan, samyak, he qualifies what is samyak. Ragadveshadi akhila vikshepa rahitam akhilam idam ahancha brahmaiva iti vishesha jnanam. Samyak jnanam means vijnanam, vishesha jnanam. In other words, attachment, hatred, ityadi vikshepa. Vikshepa, any kind of waves that come about because of the
distraction, maybe.
Distractions, yes. Distractions. So any kind of distraction, including attachment, dvesha, etc., vikshepa, rahitam, those are all gone, and aham, idam, brahma, akhilam cha, everything, either I or this jagat or everything that I see in front of me is only Brahman. This sort of a jnanam asya asti iti. He has this kind of a knowledge. Apratipaksham. Apratipaksham jnanam ityukte, there is no contradiction. Without any contradiction, there is a knowledge in him. Saha samyak vijnana sampannaha aikyam jivatmano rahuhu yogam yoga visharadaha iti vachanat yogi. Now he is termed as a yogi. Because who is a yogi? One who has yoga. Yogaha asya asti iti yogi. Then what is yoga? Chittavritti nirodha. Not that exactly, but it can lead up to this section here. But here yoga refers to jivatmanoho aikyam or brahma atmanoho aikyam ahuhu yogam yoga visharadaha. The experts in yoga say that yoga, the term yoga refers to the aikyam, the non-difference between the true nature of jiva and true nature of Ishvara. So yogaha Jiva para aikya rupaha asya asti iti. Instead of jiva, I would say atma para aikya. That's fine. So yogi brahmatma vit yatihi vidyatihi. Brahmatma vit, one who understands the true nature of Brahman and Atma, and who is a yati, the control. So he's less sannyasi basically. So jnana chakshusha, jnanamyeva chakshusha na chakshuhu tena karanam, which is he doesn't have the indriyam as a chakshus, but jnanam is the eye with which he sees everything. So akhilam drishyajatam jnana chakshusha akhilam, everything in front of him, yat sthitam vartate, that which is present in front of him, that sarvam swatmani sthitam, as present within this Chachirānanda Swarupa Atma. Pare Brahmani eva sthitam ikshate, he looks at it as being a manifestation of just this Brahman when Maya comes to be associated with it. That's all. Okay. Brahmani pratitam ekam kevalam atma sarvam iti pashyati. So he writes a lot more here. So we'll just look at the sloka here. So samyak vijnanavan yogi swatmani eva akhilam jnana chakshusha swatmani eva akhilam sthitam ekam sarvam atmanam iti ikshate. He sees everything that is there in front of him as present in himself or in that Atma Swarupa. He sees everything as one. When he sees the world in the Atma, he doesn't see it as, okay, there is an earring, there is, this person is there, there is color, there is form, there is big, large, small. None of those things are there. He sees it as just one vastu. Ekancha sarvam atmanam ikshate. He looks at it as just one entity. Sometimes when you merge also, it can still show some forms there, right? Not like that. It is just completely one and the same water. So ayam bhavaha, again I like the way he concludes the section and he gives an explanation, right? It's nice to, the language is also nice. So akashe nailyadivate, just like the blueness in akasha, it just merges, right? And marau jala tarangadivate, marubhumau, in a desert, jala taranga, there are this mirage that appears in a forest, in a desert, right? Just like that, atmani pratiyamanasya, in atma there are so many things that are manifested. That jagat swataha satta abhavat aharaha ahameva idam. Okay, aharaha, every day. Ahaha cha aharaha, every day we seem to think that this jagat which is manifested on this Brahman is the same and nothing else. Sarvamidam anavaratam, continuously that thought should be there. Aprayatna siddham, it should be effortless, not something which we have to force our thought and bring it into our thought, not like that. Aprayatna siddham, it should be natural, it should become like a habit. You know how practice and then it becomes habit and then it becomes nature. In that manner, that this world is just an illusion upon Brahman should automatically become a nature for us. Atma anusandhanam karoti yogi. A yogi keeps on thinking about these things, just as how we know that there is no blue in the sky, but still we see the blueness. There is no mirage there in the desert, but still we see the water. We know it is false, yet we see it. That's how a yogi sees the world. Sarvabhutastam atmanam sarvabhutani cha atmani ikshate. He sees them in the atma, in the paramatma. Yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshanaha iti Bhagavad Gita vachanam. Yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshanaha. He has an equanimity in everywhere. Etena samyak jnanamatam viparita bhavana bhavaha suchitaha. So that viparita bhavana abhavaha suchitaha. There is no viparita bhavana in them. Or so viparita bhavana and contradictory. You don't see anything contradictory. You don't see anything other than Brahman here. Okay. Samyak vijnanavan yogi swatmanyeva akhilam sthitam ekancha sarvam atmanam ikshate jnana chakshusha. Okay. Let's see. So I think with this, from the next one, this is also in the same topic, so we can quickly go over this. He just gives an example for the same thing, that's all. So atma jagatoho chit jada rupayoho paraspara vailakshanye pratyakshena anubhuyamane sati yogi katam ahameva idam sarvam iti aprayatna siddham atmanusandhanam karoti. When we know that jagat is jada and atma is chit swarupa, it is sentient, whereas jagat, the world, is not sentient. There is a viruddha swabhava, there is a contradictory nature between the world and atma swarupa in the form of this being sentient and this being non-sentient. Then how does the yogi see the jagat on this? See, I understand the true nature of jiva is the same as atma, and so that is the same as paramatma, that is fine. But how is this jada jagat be the same as the chit Brahman? Then he gives the answer, Atmaiva idam jagat sarvam atmanaha anyat na kinchana Mridaha yadvat ghatadini swatmanam sarvam ikshate. Like அந்த இது இல்ல வாசாரம்பணம் விகாரோ நாமதேயம் மிருத்திகேத்யேவ சத்யம். It is only the clay that is true. Vacha arambhanam, anything that you starts with the speech is just vikara, is a transformation. The moment transformation comes into play, words come into play, names come there, form comes there. But the true, we know that the true nature is only mrittika, it is only clay, that is the truth behind all of these transformations. So mridaha yadvat ghatani ghatadini atma eva idam jagat, this world is atma, idam jagat sarvam, this entire world that we see in front of us, idam paridrishyamanam, that which we see in front of us, all of this world is only atma eva Satchidananda Swarupa Brahma Eva. Mridaha Ghatadini Yadvat. Mridaha is in Panchami Vibhakti. So Mridaha, from Mrit, from clay, just as how pot, etc., and different kinds of vessels are made, are created. Yadvat, just as how the vessels are all created from one clay. In the same manner, Tadvat, Swatmanam Anyat Kinchit Atmanaha Anyat Kinchit Na Vartate Kinchana Na Vartate. There is nothing other than Atmaswarupa, which is Brahman. So everything else is the same as the Brahman. So Sarvam Swatmanam Ikshate. This is the manner in which a yogi sees everything in Brahman. Swatmanam Sarvam cha Sarvam Drishyamanam Jagat Swa Atmanam Swarupam Iva Pashyati Ikshate. Karanam is Mrit. The cause is Mrit. In the same way here Brahman is the cause. Karana Mrit Vyatirekena Karya Ghatadikam Yatha Nasti. So Karanam is clay, the Karyam is pot and other types of vessels. All of these vessels, when they are destroyed, they are reduced to the clay by to its source. In the same way, when this Karyam Jagat is none other than Brahma. So Brahman is the original. So Sarvam Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Nehananasti Kinchana Vacharambhanam Vikaro Namadheyam Mrittiketyeva Satyam. Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. Na iha nana asti. Na iha na asti. Na iha nana na asti. There is no multitude in this Brahman. There is only one entity. There are no many objects in this Brahman. Vacha arambhanam. If we have to start anything, the vikaraha or transformation, only in the transformative stage do we bring in the words nama and rupam, namadheyam. So the original karanam is the satya vastu, that is the true vastu. So atmaivedam jagat sarvam atmano anyat na kinchana mridaha yadvat ghatadini swatmanam sarvam ikshate. Okay, any questions? Yeah.